What's up guys, Obina from Xineart here again. Today we'll be moving to the interior of the Chevrolet Camaro 1967. Up till this point we've been modeling the car interior. We started with the body panel and then the other parts of the exterior, the windows, the tires, the wheels, the lights, and so far this is where we are. If you haven't seen the other videos, please feel free to check them in the links in the description below. So we've made great progress. I tried to be as detailed as possible in getting to this point. And yeah, this is how far we've gone. So what's left is the interior. If we hide some of these parts, like the windows, you can see internally it's just empty. I didn't detail how I created some of these feelings, but that's because it's not absolutely necessary. It can, there are lots of ways it can be done. So far what's left is the interior, and the breakdown of the interior will start of course with the seats, because that's the most prominent feature in the vehicle. And so I'll model the two front seats, then from there I'll model the back seats, and then I'll move over to the dashboard. I'll detail the dashboard, which will contain all the instruments, and then the steering, and the gearbox, and the gear and the gear panel, and we'll call it done as far as the modeling is concerned. So this will make up the focus of today's video, so I'll get right to it. So we start with a basic primitive, in this case a cube. Shift A to add a cube to our scene. Just pull this out and scale it to about the right proportions for our seat. Scale it in the y direction first. Scale it down a little bit. Drag it up here and scale it some more. About this size will do. I'll scale it also in the X axis. This should do. And then scale it in the Z axis. Because I'm scaling it individually, because not all of them, not all the axes have the same proportions in the end. So once I'm happy with the scale, which I'm not quite, just scale it down some more. And once I'm happy with the proportions and the size, I will go to edit mode, tap the 2 key to go into edge select mode, and then give it some subdivisions. I can just do that by hitting on R and going to the appropriate edge to divide it, tapping on plus key or minus key to add or remove extra edge loops as the case may be. Enter twice to get the edge I'm looking for. I just push this 2 edges backwards a bit to give it seat a kind of push inwards. And then Control R plus twice to get 3 edge loops, and then enter twice to affect the edge loops. I'll just double click to select this top one and just push it to the top a little bit more. And then double clicking this and this, I'll move these three forward a bit to get some kind of bend. I'll push this middle one even further forward and downward. Push this one, just I want the middle one to be ahead of the two ever so slightly. To create a kind of arcing feel. Okay. I'll Control R to create an extra loop at these corners, and then select them and push it forward just a bit. Okay, so now pick this to ends and then just push it down a bit. Okay, and pick this to edge and just push it just a bit. Okay, and going to the front view, just make this transparent, hit, select the vertex select mode, and then scale this on the x-axis a little bit, shift to select more, scale it on the x-axis even more, select this, scale it on the x-axis downwards a little bit more, and then scale this in the x-axis upwards, and holding shift, select this, scale it in the x-axis upwards again more. So at the end, I should have something that looks like this. Now I'm going to add the subdivision surface modifier, and I'll hit this so that I don't distract myself with the outcome and the process at the same time. When I go tab out of edit mode, I can see my seed is taking shape. Just push some of these bits around a little bit to get more of the shape I want. Push this out just a little bit. This too. Push it like without going too crazy. And I'll just add another edge loop. Just move this backwards. Add another edge loop. Move this forward a bit, so that when I tab out of edit mode, now scale this in the y direction just a bit more. Okay. Now I also want this part to be a bit more defined, so I'll just add extra edge loops using the bevel tool. without going too crazy. Okay, and then yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So once I have it about the shape I want, I'll duplicate this and then rotate it around the z-axis by 180, rotate it about the x-axis by 90, and then rotate it about the z-axis again by 180. And I'll scale it down on the y-axis, just the y-axis, just to about 2/3 its size, and then reposition it. So yeah, just taking a quick look at it. Probably want to scale it up on the x-axis just a bit. Move it forward. Then rotate this the x-axis just a bit. Okay. And taking this one again, I'll duplicate it. Just push it upwards a bit. I'll rotate it about the y-axis by 180 degrees. So it's upside down. Scale it down a little bit. The z-axis. Now, of course, there's a little too much definition here. So skip it a little bit. Shift Y on the X and Z axis. Tapping to edit mode to remove some of these edges that give it a little too much definition. I'll remove this and this. Delete, dissolve edges. So that's, yeah, it's not too defined. Now rotate it about the x-axis by just a smidge. Position it. Okay, so that's my seat. Okay, almost, I guess. So I'll just do one more thing. I'll add a cylinder. Just resize this, bring it down to about 8 vertices. Make it radius really thin, like 0.01 meters. Then give it a depth of say 0.2 meters. Okay. Hide this. Bring this up. Shift D to duplicate. Push it on the X like this into position. Okay, and here goes our seat. Okay, so I'll proceed to join these meshes into one. This, and this becomes fit. And these two cylinders will become, whatever. Name doesn't matter at this point. Okay, so as per this one, I'll just tap back into an edit mode. I will proceed to select some of the spaces. And bevel them. Control B. And then I'll extrude. I'll just pick the y-axis, extrude it inwards slightly, and then just push this down. Okay. If I tab out of that mode, I'll see that my seat basically has a little bit of decoration. Now, we don't have to go crazy about the detail. So as a matter of fact, I won't. Otherwise, this will just keep getting longer and longer. Okay, so I could just, the level of detail at this point is based on the fact that the close-up will not be to that point. So I'm just going to leave my seat like this. I'll just do one more thing though. I think I need to make it a bit. Select the whole thing, move it upwards, just use this as a point of reference while I scale it the x-axis, not too much. Before, after. Okay, I believe that's, yeah, that's okay. Maybe not this. Let me just scale this down a little bit. Okay, there we go. So once I'm good with what I have, I'll just join the whole thing. I'll hide my windows so that I can have a good glimpse of it sit inside the car. And drop that one, Shift D, X, duplicate it along the x-axis. Using the lights as reference, and yeah, it's way forward. I think I need to drag the reference at this point. Okay. So hitting Shift D to duplicate on the y-axis, I'll just place it as far back as I possibly can. I think it should touch this point. I guess probably factor this This should do. Yeah. Although one can argue the back seat shouldn't contain this headrest, so, or it should go. Let me see. You know what? I'll deal with that later. For now, I'll just hide the meshes. And then, oh, and yeah, I should rename this. Is not SIT. It's not a verb. SEAT. In my bad spelling. So that's the right seat. The front, or rather left seat. Front left seat. 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 This is front R. Then I'll merge these two together. Okay, that's Control J. That becomes SEAT back. Okay. Now just hide this, or rather hide this too. Tab into edit mode. Just probably push this down, like really downwards, and possibly the whole seat. Shift select all of this. Just move it down. Okay. That way I shouldn't worry too much about fitting it into the back. Then I'll just select some of the spaces. Delete them. Edge select mode. Like this. Control E. Bridge edge look. What does that look like? It looks okay. Let's do the same. Bridge. Yeah, guess it looks like what it should look like. And hiding the car mesh, hiding the windows. Just push this back a bit. Yeah, that's okay. Guess it can go down a bit. Yeah. Like it should be. Okay. Okay. Just looking around to ensure the seat isn't poking out in any area. Just be poking out a little bit. So yeah, as with everything in life, it rears its head. Just push it down. Yep. Does that look? Still comes out a little bit. Yeah. Hope nothing suffered for that. And we're good. We are good, I believe. Okay. So just add extra subdivisions, make all of these smoother out. Yeah. Then I'll smooth shade it. Same goes for the others. And yeah, we're done with the seats. Next thing is I guess I'll start with the dashboard. Yeah, the dashboard is next. I'll be coming along. I think we're doing just fine. The proportions of these seats isn't too bad. I mean, yeah. It's right. Next step is onto the dashboard.